Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel, Knotty Love Movement. We having a little mukbang. Hey, girl woman. Hi, girl. Child, I had to go get me some Chipotle. I'm addicted to their queso. I love their queso. Giving YouTube a chance to send out some notifications. I was just in the mood like I need some queso in my life. I need some queso. So good. And I never could just have one. Because I had it last night. And so I was like, let me run before I go live. So I can have me a little snacky snack. While I'm sitting up here talking to my Knotty crew. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Knotty Love Movement. It's your host, Knotty. Bring you the latest and trending topics. I vlog my life from time to time. And to catch that content, you need to follow me on all my different social media platforms. Yes, don't forget to like this video. Get us in the algorithm. Like. Share, share, share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Yes, thank you. Thank you all for joining me. We got lots to go over. I want to get into the strike that's going on in the port authorities on the East Coast here. And what that means for us. And prayers up to the victims of Hurricane Helene. There's so many missing people. People have to start all over. It's sad. It's sad. So I want to give prayers and condolences to all the families that are displaced, have family members missing. Hey, Bright Eyes. All right, we're going to get into some updates on that. Also, of course, we got some Diddy updates and him firing his lawyers, child. And the Chris Brown documentary. Let's get into it. So please, thumbs up the video. Share the video out so that we can get out in the algorithm and YouTube knows that we're here. And of course, donations are always appreciated. And I appreciate every last one of you taking the time to join me. We're at our 3K subs. We're on to 5K. Yes, baby. Thank you to my Knotty crew. This queso is so good, y'all. Hey, Shay Bing. Good point. Shay B said, so where is Kamala? Okay, and I tried the brisket at Chipotle. My kids keep getting on me because I always say Chipotle. The brisket is delicious. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Please thumbs up the video as you are loading up in the room. We have lots to go over. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Let's start with the hurricane victims. And you're right, where is Kamala? They have not mentioned this.
Good Thursday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Larissa Abreu. The latest advisory just in, and Hurricane Helene now a major Category 3 storm with packing max sustained winds of 120 miles an hour.
Terrible.
This is going to be a catastrophic storm as it continues to move north into the Florida's Big Bend region. A couple things we're still watching. Those strong winds will remain a factor locally here in South Florida. Stay with us for the latest updates. Good Thursday afternoon. I'm meteorologist.
Okay, Hurricane Helene has hit land and has left a lot of people devastated.
Markowitz, and in this video I'm going to give you a no hype, no nonsense breakdown of how the tropics are looking and whether we need to be on alert. Currently there's not one, not two, but 5 areas we are currently watching, and we're going to go through every single one. First up, we have Isaac, which is no longer considered to be a tropical system, even though he looks quite healthy and is no threat to land, so nothing to worry about. Joyce has weakened to a tropical depression and is no threat to land.
There's a bunch of hurricanes.
We can now say hello to Tropical Storm Kirk, which is our 11th storm of the season. Most models have Kirk developing into a major hurricane, perhaps Category 3 or Category 4. Thankfully, Kirk is expected to recurve harmlessly out to sea, so it's going to be the best type of storm, one that's photogenic but no threat to land. We're also watching this cluster of storms that has developed behind Kirk off the west coast of Africa. This has a high chance of developing into our next tropical storm, and if so, it would be given the name Leslie, our 12th of the season. This one could become another hurricane, but models do show it once again.
Alright, he's just going through the hurricanes, but so many families have been devastated, so many families have been misplaced. Please thumbs up the video. Here's live footage. Look at that. That's down in Florida. Oh my gosh. But prayers up to the family. Where is nobody? None of the politicians are talking about it. Not Trump, not Kamala, no one. Not even our president. Let me see. Thumbs up the video. Thank you all for joining me. Hurricane Helene. Oh, okay. He's in Georgia yesterday, okay? Yeah, so shout out to Fox Weather. Search for hundreds of missing in North Carolina continues as Helene death toll rises. So Helene death toll climbs to 134 as search for missing in North Carolina continues. This is so sad. The death toll for Hurricane Helene continues to climb as rescue efforts persist across the southeast. Hard-hit regions include parts of western North Carolina are receiving aid from various states as emergency crews work to reach isolated communities devastated by the catastrophic flooding. The death toll attributed to Helene's impact has been steadily climbing, with at least 134 people now confirmed dead in 6 states: Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. This is so sad. Thumbs up the video. President Joe Biden announced he will travel to the region on Wednesday and is expected to visit Asheville, North Carolina, to get a first-hand look at the devastation. Forget looking. What you going to do to help these people? Biden is also expected to visit Florida and Georgia. Helene made landfall late Thursday night in Florida, Big Bend region, as a monster Category 4 hurricane with winds of 140 miles per hour. It destroyed buildings and brought down trees, power lines across the southeast. This is so sad. This is some of the damage it has done. This is in North Carolina. Let's go south. Sorry, everybody's doing lawns around here right now. I'm gonna close that out as much as I can. So in addition, a catastrophic storm surge sent water rushing inland, flooding coastal communities along Florida Gulf Coast. Cities such as Tampa and Clearwater Beach saw their highest storm surge levels in decades. Wow. Wow, I'm sorry, Shay B. Shay B has friends that have lost everything. Please send prayers to Shay B. Let me see. How can we donate? This is sad. And I know the marsh was hit really bad. This is sad. Mm. It looks like they need food and water distribution, gas. They need everything. Let me see if this article has any like relief. Here's Joe Biden speaking out. Let's see what he have to say. Thumbs up the video.
Catastrophic storm. It's a historic, history-making storm. Entire Southeast and Appalachia. Damage from the hurricane stretches across at least 10 states. Winds over 120 miles an hour in some places. Storm surges up to 15 feet and record flooding. Communities are devastated.
This is sad. Prayers up to you and your friends, Shay B. I hope they're okay. Let me see. Let me see how we can help. And shout out to Fox Weather for that last commentary. All right, so you could donate through, you can go to FEMA.gov. Biden-Harris administration continues whole of government response to Hurricane Helene. Over 3,500 federal personnel across North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Alabama. So FEMA is down there. You can apply for FEMA assistance via online by visiting disasterassistance.gov. Or you can call 800-621-3362. And then there's also a FEMA app. Also, the American Red Cross is available. You can contact them by dialing 1-800-RED-CROSS. So that's 800-733-2767. If someone you know is missing a child related to the disaster or the incident, and please, yes, please, call 1-800-THE-LOST. THE-LOST. People can receive free services like cutting falling trees, tarping roofs, and mold mitigation to help with the help of crisis cleanup by calling 844-965-1386. So these are some of the ways that people need help down there. They can help, but they can go to FEMA.gov and it has a list of all these resources for meals, for water, for shelter, and things like that. It's all listed on the website. But my prayers goes out to all the victims and all the families that are displaced. This is just sad. This is just sad. This is just as bad as Hurricane Katrina, if you ask me. And it hit multiple states. With all this stuff going on, girl, I had to exercise some some restraint when I was up in there, girl, because you know I wanted some guac too. I was like, nope, just do the queso. So, Shaby, I hope your friends and family are okay. And they get the help that they need. Seriously. I'm so sorry for them. So, prayers up to the victims down in Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, that whole belt that got hit. Wow, Father MC was accused of essay. Child. All is being exposed. All is being exposed. On the tail end of that, you got the Port Authority strikes. Oh, this affects a lot of things, Naughty Crew. This affects a lot of things. Yes, Father NC. I'll look it up before we get off of here. Oh, God. All is being exposed. Right. Treat others how you want to be treated. All right. So the ports are on strike. Let's get a little background on this. Here we go.
Disrupt, some say even cripple nearly every part of our economy. At least 25,000 dock workers in 14 ports from Texas all the way to Massachusetts could walk off the job tonight. Negotiations between their union and the shipping industry have been stalled since back in June. A strike could affect nearly half of America's ports, leading to shortages of everyday items like pharmaceuticals, produce, fresh meat, cars, you name it, driving up prices across the board. JP Morgan Chase says that a dock strike could cost the American economy about $5 billion every day.
Crazy, right? They are striking.
Dock workers in the eastern and southern U.S. have walked off the job after talks failed to reach a new contract. The strike threatens to disrupt the entire U.S. economy.
There was some progress late yesterday that may have brought the two sides closer to a deal after months of stalled talks, but not close enough to avoid the first strike of East Coast ports in 47 years. It will impact nearly half of the nation's imports and more than 2/3 of containerized exports as dock workers strike at 14 ports spanning from Boston to Houston. For days leading up to the midnight deadline, crews were working virtually around the clock to move billions in cargo off ships and out of ports by truck and rail. Businesses have also been stocking up on additional inventory in anticipation of a strike. The International Longshoremen's Association, the union representing dock workers, is seeking higher pay and protections against automation replacing workers. According to one estimate, the strike could cost the economy up to $5 billion a day, and economists worry a long strike will disrupt the supply chain for everything from perishable foods to car parts and construction materials. The group representing shippers and ports says its current offer would mean a nearly 50% pay hike as well as improved health and retirement. The Longshoremen's Union says that offer is still far short of what its members are seeking.
Wow. This can affect a lot of things. So if your car break down and they need to order in a car part, it could take some time to get that part in. Food. It could drive up the prices of food. I know in Newark, where I live in New Jersey, they are definitely striking. They are definitely striking. I just hope they can come to an agreement soon. Okay? Because the supermarkets are nuts. They are crazy. Here's the workers on strike in Newark. Yes, and gas about to get highest. Okay? This is just sad. Like, and let me remind you, it's a risk that it's a chance that the government could shut down. It's a lot going on. We need to pay attention and do our due diligence to be prepared. Grown woman says this is crazy. We are all going to suffer if they don't settle. Food is extremely high now, right? And I can't imagine what it's going to look like if they rise anymore. Child, anybody selling some food stamps? Okay, because ain't no shame in my game. You talking a $10 pack of chicken could end up costing you $20, $30. It's scary. Right. They only pass a limited amount of money to keep the government going. We all need to pay attention. But yet and still, Florida is managing to pass laws like this. Starting today, it's illegal for homeless people in Florida to sleep on city streets, sidewalks, and public parks. Then where y'all gonna put them? So Florida law bans those struggling with homelessness from sleeping outdoors. Miami. A new law taking effect Tuesday will impact thousands of people struggling with homelessness across Florida. House Bill 1365 prohibits camping on the streets, sidewalks, and in parks. Where they going to go? Do y'all have homeless shelters for them to go? Crazy. Creating all these rules with no real solutions. And let's not forget all these immigrants running around that's homeless, okay? Hey, Chantel. Lots going on, lots going on. Meantime, they putting out all these distractions. All these scandals coming out. You got Ray J out here trolling still. I don't believe nothing you say, Ray J, until you... Right. Girl, that's all they worried about. That's all they worried about. That's all they worried about. Right where there's shelters and only in Miami. I wonder if it's the resort area. You know, to me, it's like they trying to hide their little secret. The fact that they not taking care of their people down there. Like, what is going on? And then, meantime, a Georgia judge strikes down the state's 6-week abortion ban, making it legal to have the procedure at up to 22 weeks of pregnancy. So this is in Georgia. As a win. This is considered a win for the women. All right. As a win for women having control over their own bodies, a Georgia judge has made a big decision. A Fulton County judge, Robert McBurney, has struck down Georgia's 6-week abortion ban. The decision was made on Monday, which now makes the procedure legal up to 22 weeks into a woman's pregnancy. The law previously took effect in 2022 after being signed by Republican Governor Brian Kemp in 2019. It has been extremely controversial, especially with the Supreme Court in Roe versus Wade. In Judge McBurney's ruling, he made it clear that liberty based on interpretation means that a woman has control over her own body and should house the power, what happens with it, and that the state shouldn't interfere unless necessary. So this is a win for the women. Ciao. So much going on, Knotty Crew. So much going on, but I'm here to bring you the news. All right. You also got New York City trying to combat their rat problem. You know, New York City rats are like the size of cats. It's real. It's real. So New York City to combat the rat infestation with birth control instead of poison. Child, who would have known? Who would have thumbs up the video? So yeah, you heard that right. New York City is putting rats on birth control in a move to tackle its persistent rat problem. New York City is set to introduce a humane solution, birth control for the rats. The city council has approved the use of a contraceptive called Contrapest, which will be strategically placed in traps throughout the city. By targeting the reproductive capabilities of the rats, officials hope to see a gradual decline in their numbers, leading to a cleaner and healthier urban environment. That rat population is currently estimated to be around 2 million. How the rats got the same population as the humans? Child. Thumbs up this video. Well, they putting them on birth control. Right, exactly, grown women. The rats go for garbage. What about that? Like, how are you going to get the garbage under control that they're attracted to? Look, I'm just here to bring y'all the news, okay? This is what's circulating. This is what's circulating around the news, okay? You got Mayor Adam. The mayor's under indictment. And instead of taking all them donations from the Turks, he should have been worried about the garbage control in the city, okay? Because in the city, you can see walls of garbage. Walls of garbage. Thumbs up the video. Well, the judge in the YSL trial is getting frustrated, child. I was trying to check to see before I came on to see if they moved along. I haven't seen any updates, but she was pissed off at the prosecution. Shout out to the Shade Room for capturing this, okay?
Appropriate. I'm asking.
I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is that. I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me right now, so I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be, but it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful. But honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it.
Get her! Right, Shavy. She is so... And she's giving her chance after chance after chance after chance. Yeah. Chance at it. Look, this trial has gone on way too long, if you ask me. And if y'all got a case, present it already. You putting a man's life on hold. 3 men. There's 3 defendants up there. I get frustrated. I get frustrated with love. I really do. Hey, Be More Shorty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I get frustrated with love. That's why I don't watch the trial consistently, you know, because it's just like, come on, what are we doing? So, yeah. And I'll tell you who else. Angela Simmons, girl. It's way too long. I think that it's going to end up getting dismissed. The witnesses are falling apart. But I tell you who in trouble. Angela Simmons, child. Because Yo Gotti was mentioned in that trial. He paid for them lawyers, for them boys that they hired to delete Young Dolph. Right, she got them together. That's that Southern charm. Yes, Tarshella, the judge was so flabbergasted, but she did it with such grace and got them all the way together. Absolutely. That's that Southern charm, you know. That bless your heart charm, okay? You had to purge some year-old files. All right. So, the other person that's in trouble is Angela Simmons. You in trouble, girl. Your man, they coming for your man. The feds is coming for your man. Even Whack 100 said so. And I don't even like Whack 100 like that, okay? But sometimes he be talking a little bit of truth. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Let's hear what Whack have to say. His name was mentioned, Yo Gotti. The young man was on the stand and they asked him directly, who paid for your legal fees? Who paid for your lawyer? And he mentioned Yo Gotti's business. Here we go.
Gotti, say your prayers. You better say your prayers.
You know they coming, don't you? You know they coming.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, that nigga got up there and said, they said, didn't CMG pay for your attorney $50,000? Yeah. But they didn't give it to me. He said, yeah. But they paid for it because you killed off, right? Yeah. Well, that was your compensation, right? CMG said, well, yeah, they gave the attorney $50,000. Yeah, because I killed off. Shoot dead. He was an exec of that company. That's your brother. That's gonna get. That's next. Watch. Remember I told you.
Bro, wouldn't it be smart to blame it on the dead man, though?
No, he was part of the company. They saying CMG. They're gonna classify it as a game. They gonna try to thug it. Now let's do the math. CMG and PRE shooting at the back in the Carolinas. Motherfuckers doing songs. Shot the Sprinter 100 times. Bulletproof. Yo Gotti, say your prayers. You better say your prayers.
You know they coming, don't you? You know they coming.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, that nigga got up there and said, they said, didn't CMG pay for your attorney $50,000? Yeah. But they didn't give it to me. He said, yeah. But they paid for it because you killed off, right? Yeah. Well, now, PRE, that's gonna take it and paint the perfect movie. These two things are game. And your game paid this dude attorney $50,000 because you hired him to do a hit for $100. They coming.
Damn.
I heard that. I said, y'all didn't hear that?
Yeah,
I heard it.
Oh my God! I said, oh damn.
I definitely heard it.
PRE.
I definitely heard it when that young man was on the stand. And Angela, you better get your affairs in order, girl. You better get away from that man. That's all good. Until the feds come and knocking, okay? It's only a matter of time, okay? They got more of a case on Yo Gotti than they do Young Thug. You heard? That's what I'm saying. Shit is hitting the fan, not a girl. Especially for the diddler. Thumbs up the video. Angela Simmons, you in trouble, girl. Oh my God. Timberland. Did y'all hear Timberland actually sampled Krishan's song that she sang on Pastor Bryant's podcast? Let's see what he did with it.
This video with Krishan Rock and Jamal Bradley, and it was so touching, like the end of her video where she was saying, I had this idea that I wanted to get out. So I took this video.
Yahweh, there's only one way and it's God way. Took my baby to get blessed and they said it's for clout.
It is.
I'ma do my best for me and mine, that's from here on out. Trying to change my life, but all these demons keep attacking me. Ran back to my ex, the world saying it's toxicity.
And I put it into Timbo Suno, Jarvis Suno, and we came up with something like this.
There's only one way, and it's God's way. Took my baby to get blessed, and they say it's the cloud. I'ma do my best for me and mine, that's from here on out.
Came across this video with.
Well, Timberland is very talented. Boom, Be More Shorty. She said, now, Angela, you better watch out. You know what happened to your baby daddy. And remember, Angela was just out here flashing a blicky like it was cute, like it was fashion. Be More Shorty said, nah. Timberland, don't give this girl no clout. She going to jail. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on that briefly. Oh, and child, Yandy out here Windmilling for her man, girl. Did y'all see? She out here in Twitter wars. Yeah, it's a nod for me. Yes. Yandy out here. Yandy Smith Harris is out here windmilling for that man that won't even wear his ring. I'm just saying. Shout out to New York Online. So Mendices posted. He said, focus on the solution and not the problem. And so then a young lady named, she is a young lady named Princess posted underneath. She said, I got a problem in my throat. You got a solution? And then she put all type of laughing emojis. And then Yandy came and said, at Princess, ho, there's a doctor for that. He ain't that one, sis. No, you not the one, Yandy. Then Princess came back and said, hey, Yandy, she said, ma'am, never. Just appreciating our fine man. Then Yandy came back and said, that Princess, she said, we'll watch your effing mouth and your throat next time. Something like that, she said. And then Princess came back at Yandy and said, girl, stop. You ain't tough. I said what I said. And then Yandy came back and said, I don't fight. I get money. But my mama told at me a long time ago, don't fight a man. I got a husband for that. Play with it if you wanna. So she basically calling Princess a man. Child, Yandy, you look dumb. You look dumb. You look dumb as a... He still ain't gonna wear his ring. He still ain't gonna wear his ring, girl. Shout out to Chipotle. The queso sauce is slapping. Yandy look dumb. Be more sure you say Yandy still haven't let those contacts alone. She's still blind to all the factors, okay? Know when your man has checked out of the relationship. And this ain't the first time. Shavy said, I just ordered Chipotle. Chipotle, you're welcome. Shavy just ordered some Chipotle. Enjoy that. This queso is right. Yandy. Don't be fighting girls on the internet. I would have checked out when Mendices was like, when they asked him, like, they was on some couple show, and they was like, would you do the same thing Yandy did for you, like do a bid? And he was like, no. I believed him so. Chipotle, you're welcome. You're welcome. From the Naughty Love movement, you're welcome. All right, let's get into some Diddy news. Everybody speaking out. Even Ray J, he still got something to say. Oh, congratulations to Lil Kim, though. Lil Kim signs a global representation deal. I thought that was dope. So, in a groundbreaking move that is set to redline global entertainment, day after day production and Emancipated Icon Entertainment Group have formed a strategic partnership to represent two of music's biggest legends, Lil Kim and Teddy Riley. I thought that was dope. This collaboration will oversee the worldwide bookings and touring for both artists, promising a new chapter for their iconic careers. Fans around the globe are eager to see what's in store as these music industry giants align forces. I think this is dope. The brisket is everything, y'all. The brisket is good. So the partnership brings together Seth Shomes, founder of Day After Productions, and Rich Murphy, CEO of Emancipated Talent, and Greg Walker, CEO of Icon Entertainment. Together, they will create anticipated Icon Entertainment Group, blending their talents and industry experience. This powerhouse collaboration is poised to open up new opportunities and cement the legacies of Lil Kim and Teddy Riley in the global entertainment landscape. Dope. Like, I hope Lil Kim could get some money, get her just due finally. So congratulations on Lil Kim. Finding another way to get the bag. We got a couple people we gotta say rest in peace to. Rest in peace to NBA legend Dikembe Mutombo. His son, he penned a heartfelt message to his mom, but he died at 58 due to brain cancer. So I was really sad to hear that. His son posted, oh, her daughter is looking more and more like her pre-surgery. I'm sure. So Ryan Mutombo, this is the son of Mutombo. He said, "My dad will forever be my hero, not because of his success, not because of the millions who over the last 4 decades have come to know and love him. My dad is my hero because he simply cared. He remains the purest heart I have ever known. At times I thought of my dad as my superhuman. The child in me was sad to hear that this was never actually the case. My dad was a regular man who would stop at no lengths to honor the world, its people, and its creator. He loved others with every ounce of his being. That's what made him so accessible. That's what made him real." So that's dope. I love him. Rest in heaven to Mutombo. That's sad. Ooh, grown woman met him once. That's what's up. He just seemed like a calm soul. Like, he wasn't in it for the fame or anything. You could tell. Like, just a humble human being. Yeah, Chipotle owe me some money. All this free advertisement I'm giving them. All right, let's get into Diddy news, okay? Diddy has decided to fire his lawyer, and I ain't mad. I ain't mad because he was out here making a fool of him. But I'm telling you, I think Diddy was pissed his lawyers off because tampering with the witnesses. Sponsor the video, Chipotle. Y'all tag Chipotle. Y'all tag Chipotle. Alright, so he's no longer on Suicide Watch, Diddy, the diddler. He has visited with family in the prison, sources say, okay? His sons are still in New York, holding it down. Yeah, he trying everything. Now, the diddler has filed for a third appeal on his bail. And he fired his lawyers. So, shout out to the Shade Room. So, Diddy's legal team filed an appeal seeking to overturn the denial of the conditional release on bail. Okay? So, here's the notice. of Appeal. Oh, what the heck? All right, as you all know, his bail was denied twice. And I understand, like, through this phase up until, because he has a discovery court date, I believe it's October the 11th.
Get these lower thirds updated here for you. But again, we can now tell you that the IDF is reporting missiles have.
Okay. Did he try to put up a $50 million bond with all these conditions saying he'll stay away from females but not males? That was weird. And he was saying like he'll be controlled by security, and the judge denied it. They denied him twice. So he has now submitted an appeal. So according to the reporter Josh Russell, Diddy's legal team has filed an appeal to the Second Circuit. The appeal is seeking to overturn the denial of his conditional release on bail on federal XEX trafficking charges. Okay, I think Diddy, the diddler, pissed off his lawyers by tampering with the witnesses and harassing witnesses, and which was highlighted in that court hearing, and that's what made them deny his bail. Ultimately, he got in his own way. He got in his own way, Jim. So Diddy adds two, shout out to the Art of Dialogue, Diddy adds two heavyweight lawyers to his legal team as he pushes to be released on bail for the third time after being denied two times. So Diddy adds two heavyweight lawyers to his legal team as he pushes to be released on bail for a third time after being denied two times. Diddy is stepping up his legal game by adding top lawyers Anthony Rico, known as one of the best trial attorneys in the country, and Alexander Shapiro, a top appellate lawyer, to his team. This marks Diddy's third attempt to get released on bail after being denied twice, despite offering $50 million bail package and agreeing to strict conditions, including no female visitors besides family. Diddy is still fighting to be free. I mean, Diddy, you not only a threat to females, you a threat to males too. Thumbs up this video. Stop it, boy. Who face you playing in? He's facing serious charges like ex-trafficking, racketeering, and he's determined to show that a black man can win in federal court. Yes, child. He needs to start working out and figuring out ways to protect his virgin home. Oh, he not a virgin there no more. All right, and so there's more being developed. They're saying there's someone up. The lawyer in Texas is now up to 100 victims. I saw somewhere that he fired his one lawyer. I don't know. But if he did, this will be the time to do it before they get to that discovery phase. All right. So, I mean, he's thinking in his right frame of mind, bringing on the new legals, the new lawyers and things like that. You want to do that at the very beginning so that they are abreast to everything that's going on in the case. All right. But meantime, Ray J is trolling. Here he go. Shout out to News Nation now. Ciao. Ray J is getting on my nerves. I wish he'd go somewhere and sit down.
About obviously all the accusations with the women, but Ray J, when you think about Justin Bieber just being a kid, and Justin Bieber hasn't said anything, we don't know what's true, what's not true. But I mean, were you ever around Justin Bieber, Ray J? Did you ever get any vibes that something inappropriate was going on with him and Diddy?
I've been around Justin Bieber and I've been around Diddy a lot of times. And I think that when you watch all of these videos that's out now and you try to, take one video that Justin Bieber was, having an issue about, and then you tie it in to the Diddy story, it gets all tangled up. I think until you hear from Justin or till you hear from, Usher, to really explain it, I think it's a lot of he say, she say. It's disturbing for sure. But I think that there's a lot of hype behind it, and I think that the more the memes, the more the stories, the baby oil stories, and the more people are joking about it, and then you tie in people's actual experiences, whether they were victimized or they went through something emotional. I think that those kind of things get distasteful, and I think it's getting out of control. And in this situation, you know, with Usher and Justin, you know, it's just sad that it's going viral like this without any real knowledge or real exact facts on what it could be. And I think that when you're young and you're in this game and you look up to people and you trust people and it goes the other route, I can only imagine, you know, what people are going through at that very moment. But it's sad.
Shut up, Ray J. Shut up, because, you know, the fact is the diddler gave us all the evidence we need, okay? The diddler is on camera grooming Justin. The diddler is on camera saying that him and Usher used to wrestle over cornflakes. The diddler. What do you mean assumptions? It's out here. The diddler did this. Ain't no assuming. Child. The gaslighting is real. He trying to gaslight us just like he gaslighted his kids. Go sit down, Ray J. Ain't nobody. I don't know why they even keep asking him about this. Well, Tasha K. No, this guy. This is the guy I think interviewed R. Kelly back in the day.
More bad news for Diddy, a whole new set of problems. The most successful trial lawyer in Texas, Tony Busby, is now representing over 50 people suing Diddy. Some of them minors. He expects more people to join the suit. He expects more people to be implicated. He's talking about a press conference next week. Yeah, we're talking about stuff that happened at freak-offs. On his Instagram, Busby's talking about depraved debauchery committed by the powerful against minors and the weak. Busby's a Marine. He was a federal judge. He is an incredibly successful trial lawyer. He's a serious dude. So Diddy's freedom is gone. His wealth is gone. His legacy is gone. This is a fall from grace that they will talk about hundreds of years from now. The man went from a mansion on Star Island to one of the worst jails in America.
Heck, give me Special K berries and yoga. And on. Oh, sorry.
I was at a Diddy party. I was.
Okay.
That's I had, because it's too graphic what she talks about, but I found an account of a young woman who was a minor, who was basically trafficked. She was in the custody of CPS and was trafficked to one of these Diddy parties. Child, he better have the legal dream team, because he gonna look at life in prison. Life in prison. Life in prison. That's what he looking at. All right. And on the tail end of that, we get the trailer of Chris Brown. They dropping a documentary about Chris Brown, child. Now, recently, a victim has come forward. We talked about it on the channel, where she accused Chris and his friend Gemini of being rapists, okay? And let me just remind y'all that Chris Brown is also connected to the diddler. You know, when that whole incident went down with Riri, back in the day, when he knocked Riri between the washer and dryer, guess who house they went to? The diddler. And remember, he was on Ellen talking about why he said he let them come to his house. Thumbs up the video. Okay, so they have a deep relationship, and I say birds of a feather flock together. That's why he let Riri and Chris Brown come to his house, and it's just like, why? Chris Brown was also named in the Diddlers lawsuits. Now, we don't know that anything ever happened inappropriate with Chris Brown. We just know that after he knocked Riri between the washer and the dryer, the diddler let him hide out at his house.
Gone, why would you do that? Why would you give Chris, a guy who hit a girl, and he's jet skiing around in your, I don't understand, because, I mean, listen, I was a huge fan of Chris's. I love his music, he's a talented guy, but to hit a girl...
Yeah, because I know both of them, and it's my house, and I'm allowed to give my house to whoever I want to give my house to. That's number one. Number two is that I'm the type of person that I don't cast a stone or cast a judgment on anybody. And so if a friend or friends ask me for a favor, then I'm going to be there for a favor as long as I know that the energy of the favor is positive for two people to sit down and talk about a situation that they're in. I'm not going to get involved in it. I'm not going to pass judgment on it. If I could be there as a friend during hard times, then I'm going to be there as a friend. But I don't know the exact particulars. I didn't get into it. I'm not going to do this or do that. It was a dark time for them, and I was there more as a support. That was it.
I think you were coming from a place of a friendship and of kindness and support. And it's just, it's hard for me, and I don't believe in judgment either, but I don't want any girl out there thinking it's okay to go back to a guy who hit her. I don't want any girl to think that.
Thank you.
I don't think...
And I don't mean to put you in that,
No, but you are putting me in it. So I'm gonna speak on it. I don't think that it's right for anybody to hit anybody at the end of the day, and I don't think it's right.
Yes, he
I
was.
think that we all have to be honest with ourselves as adults. And people have been in relationships, we know sometimes those relationships get ugly, and sometimes it doesn't come out into the forefront the way this one has come out. And it's a lot of stones.
The way yours have come out?
And we don't know exactly what's going on. These are
it don't
two
matter.
young individuals. We need to pray for them, and we need to give certain support, but you don't need to start just saying that you know something that you don't know. You wasn't in that car. I wasn't in that car, and it isn't right for him to put his hands on her or her to put his hands on him, and we don't know what the problem is, but we need to pray for them, and we need to do things to support them, and that's all I want to say about it.
I agree.
Not by bringing them together. Hold on. Not by bringing them together, okay? That is not okay. And I want all young girls to know out there, if you're with an abuser and he abuses you, get far away from them as possible. Okay? It's because it is coddling behavior. Chris has been able to go on and continue to DV a lot of people. Let's talk about it. Let's just keep it real. And the reason why he allowed that situation is because he's an abuser too. It's not okay. It's not okay. As a result of that, there is now a documentary coming out on Chris Brown. Don't get me wrong. He's talented, but he has issues with his hands. It's alleged that he just put hands on Usher. He's got a problem. Okay? Let's talk about it. So the trailer dropped. Shout out to, let me see. Let me find it. But that just goes back to the behavior that is tolerated in the industry from men. And women are treated like they're property, like they are not humans. And then this bad behavior is constantly rewarded. And so what do you get? The Chris Browns. All right, so Chris Brown, shout out to Baller Alert. Chris Brown, violent past explored in new documentary. You think this by design? I don't think it's by accident that this is coming out. The young lady just came out on TikTok saying that him and his friend were grapists. All right. Look, he was blackballed from the industry from the Rihanna incident. He still recently was crying about being canceled out of opportunities like the Grammys and things like that. He spoke vocally about it, right? But then he turned around. He dropped one of the hottest freestyles this year against Quavo. Why? Because Quavo is dating Karrueche Tran, his ex. And it's just like as good as it was written, his freestyle, it was still creepy and weird because Chris Brown, she had a permanent restraining order on you. I think the restraining order was like 5 years. And you talk about years later, you done had babies and you still, it was creepy. You still stalking this girl. It's weird.
Short girls want a couple of questions and things.
20 years ago, America
For the
fell
la-
in
for the
love
young
with Chris
ladies,
Brown.
I mean, what's up, man? You got a girl or what?
Nah, I'm keeping my options open, so y'all be checking for me, you know what I'm saying?
That's the type of stuff will get you in trouble.
Most domestic violence offenders do not receive jail time. This is a story of it.
Chris Brown is the name. Get used to that right there.
Chris Brown's an amazing and talented musician, but let's call a thing a thing. He's an abuser of women consistently, unapologetically.
Did Chris pull a gun on that girl?
When is your hearing?
I'm sure the girls want a couple of questions and things. For the
Restraining order.
They even got Karuchi Tran in there.
Of various different women
You're pretty upset. Are you sure you don't really call victims advocates have to come talk to you?
who've accused Chris Brown of assaulting them.
Senator Chris Brown has been detained in an alleged case of rape.
He has an audience full of assault deniers.
No, I have not spoken about this matter publicly, but that's something that can be solved.
And so it says Chris Brown, a history of violence, but also he watched his mom be beaten by his stepfather. All right, so that's what he grew up in. And he never got help for that. He never got help, but people just still people still coddle him. So Ken and Barbie posted, Chris Brown History of Abuse is the subject of a new documentary from Investigation Discovery. It's on the ID channel, the network behind the Nickelodeon Child Abuse Exposed Quiet on the Set. The documentary is set to include a new accuser coming forward with allegations against Chris Brown. Who do you think is next? Everybody think it's Jay-Z. I say it's Chris Brown. Okay? But, you know, I'm going to be here for it. And I'm going to be here for R. Kelly kids. Let me see. Poor baby. Poor baby. It's your mama. Your mama did that. I'm trying to see when it's going to air, because I thought it said tonight it's coming on, because we will be reviewing it. Let me see. I'll check for that. But yeah, but meantime, look, he's connected to Diddy too. It's a testament of how the men protect each other in the industry, cover up for each other, and hold each other's secrets. And only thing you do is create more victims. Meantime, King Combs is out partying. Diddy's son, King Combs, spent $800K last night in the club in Atlanta with his girlfriend. $800,000 for one call, for one club visit. That's excessive. Meanwhile, his father is in a small cell crying. Karma is really real. $800,000? That's weird. You don't think Neo is violent? Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. But Chris Brown, he was he was down with the Diddy camp, the Diddy favor camp. Yes, that's why he went running. They was on Star Island, him and Riri, which I thought was a horrible move. And thank God for Ellen for speaking up for once. Hmm. Even though she a mean person. Mm, mm, mm. He's Diddy Jr. Child. Y'all talking about... He is Diddy Jr. Let me see if I can find this trailer. I don't see when this doc is going to drop. This is sad. It's on ID Network. I'm going to look for it. But I find it kind of strange on the tail end of that girl coming out saying that Chris Brown and his friend are both grapists. Wow, Moyetta and Crystal? Really? That's crazy. Well, his day will come too. But remember his baby mother came out was like, this is Diddy Jr. Also, baby mom slammed YSL Mondo for clout chasing over Cardi B DM. Nobody cares. And I see all the crap going on with Cardi, and I refuse to give it any more attention. I'm gonna have to look it up, though. I'm gonna look it up after. But all the creeps are coming. The creeps come out at night. All the pedos and the rapists and the essayers and the DVers, they're being exposed. Naughty crew, that's just the bottom freaking line. Even Cat Williams is getting his Diddy digs off. Okay, come on, Cat. Get up here. Let me see.
It ain't that much ass shit in the world. Everybody know that. People dumb lawyer said he probably got it at Costco. Costco hit right back. We don't even sell, baby.
They don't.
Freak-offs. But, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. Attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant.
Well, his lawyer is so dumb. He's trying to spin this like it's about his freakiness. Diddy's freakiness is not what's in question here. It's the bribery. It's the consent. That's what's in question. It's the rugging of people against their will. Don't nobody care about how freaky Diddy is? Okay, that's fine. You can be as freaky as you want to be. Tainted baby oil, right? You could be as freaky as you want to be. But you got to have consent. That's what it comes down to. That's what it all come down to.
That we would have liked.
Hold on, I'm just trying to see when this is gonna air. I could have sworn it said October 1st. I just wish they would have left Drea Kelly out of it. I really, really do. I really, really wish they would have left her out of it. But she's so busy trying to windmill for herself. Drea was an active participant in all those with all them young girls with R. Kelly. Mm, mm, mm. Why was he kissing that girl on the mouth? Mm, mm, mm. All right, guys. I think that's all I'm going to get into today. There's a lot going on. I'm going to look for these documentaries to see when they are coming out. I will watch them and review them. But I'm not surprised they going after Chris Brown. I'm not surprised. You see Trey Songz been real quiet. Right. Drea should have protected her children. Exactly, grown woman. She knew he was a monster. She knew it. She participated in a lot of his activities. So like, why would you think your children are safe? Like, she's such an idiot for that. Why would you think? And that's something like, at this point, let the kids tell their story on their own without you. But she's so busy trying to save face. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I just want to see. I'm trying to figure out where it is, what time it is. Oh, okay. Here we go. On TV1, October the 11th. All right, cool. Let's see when the Quiet on the Set. I thought it was October the 1st. Right. She needs to. She got immunity in the first trial he went through, because she was on in those tapes with that girl, that 14-year-old that was peed on. She got basic immunity because they were married. But she's just as guilty as R. Kelly. She really deserves to be in a cell next to him. This is crazy. Chris Brown, you know, he did his last tour this summer. He better collect all the money he could collect. It's crazy. That one's coming out October 27th. You know, He got a daughter now. I hope he gets the help that he needs. Seriously, because usually these abusers eventually turn their abuse towards their children. Oh! Tell him to get your own. Get your own. Get your own. Oh God, that's all I have for you guys today. Yeah, R. Kelly is trying to get R. Kelly. I can't even tell the difference between the predators no more. Child, Diddy is trying to get his legal dream team together. You know, his legal team is only going to be as good as he allows them to work. Okay. And Diddy overstepped bounds. He put his legal defense team in a bad position by contacting Kalina 54 times to coerce her statement and things like that. So I feel like Diddy's gonna be the reason for his own demise. I really, really, really do. Okay. He's too egotistical. He's too narcissistic. He needs to be quiet and let his legal team do what they do to give him the best possible chance. But right now, to me, it's looking like he'll never see the light of day again. I don't know, it's pretty boring in that cell. He gotta figure out a way to entertain himself. Well, I hope all of you who ordered Chipotle on account of me enjoy your Chipotle. Shout out to Chipotle. Your queso is rocking. Love the brisket. Right. That's right. Ain't no sharing over here. Tell her be more shorty. Like, you ain't my kid. You not a dependent. Hey, James. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. I just came on here to just kind of shoot the ish with my Knotty crew, you know. And let y'all know what was going on. All right, so let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the Port Authority going on strike. It's very concerning to me. And I'm concerned about the cost of food going up and gas and shortages and things like that. This can affect a lot of things. And I gave y'all resources if y'all want to donate and figure out how to help the victims of Hurricane Helene. Prayers to all those families and all those families that displaced. I hope you find your loved ones in good condition, seriously, like in one piece, breathing, alive, so that you can embrace and love one another. Shout out to Shay B and her friends that were affected by it. Prayers to them. Hope they are able to get shelter and you know, be able to get through this rough time. But that's all I have. I gave y'all some updates on the diddler. He's still in jail. Do y'all think he is going to be granted bail in the third try? I don't think so. I don't think so. And let me know what y'all think about the On the Set Chris Brown documentary coming out. You know, the victims need a voice, and Chris Brown needs to get help, seriously. And you seen that pain inflicted on your mom, and now that you have a daughter, like, would you want a man to treat her that way? Get the help, brother. Get the help. Get the help that you need. Like, these people are suffering. And I just think, you know, a lot of what goes on with Chris has a lot to do with substance abuse, and that's in my opinion. And when he was hanging out with the diddler, you know, he gave you unlimited access to the rugs, you know what I mean? So, you mix that in, and I just think it causes, like, permanent, like, a lot of chemical imbalance, you know, and he has to, like, completely get sober if he wants to begin to get well. But it starts with taking accountability, and that's what a lot of these men in the industry, they do not like to take accountability. They feel they can buy their way or pay off their victims for their silence and things like that. And my message is to anyone who is a victim of DV, SA, or trafficking, Silence creates more victims. Speak out loud. Speak loud and proud. There is a community of people that would support you and believe you. And I told y'all the other day, like the stuff that seems unbelievable, I believe it now, especially with all these stories coming out with victims and things like that, and different things they force them to participate in. Bottom line is, Naughty Crew, we're living in terrible, terrible times. Like, I'm feeling like more and more this is like the book of Revelations, and Sodom and Gomorrah, hell on earth, whatever you want to call it. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna embrace the people that love me. And I'm gonna pour my energy into that, because you just never know what's gonna happen and when. It could be someone's last breath, with these times that we living in. So embrace your loved ones, be supportive of one another, and support the victims. Let's be on the side of the victims. So I appreciate every last one of you joining me. I love you all. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.